apart. Like, we can't be sisters because we argue. I'm sick of it, man. I'm trying too hard.
You are. You're trying for the bitches. I see.
We've been acting like this for what, 6 years?
6 years.
Now, it ain't always right. I'll be the first one to say, I'm on the journey. If you could forgive her for the lies she told on you and the fights
I told her lies.
Yes, you did. You know you did. Come on now. We're not going to have this conversation. But for you to forgive her, we should all be able to forgive. We all going to be able to forgive.
For years, Dr. Heavenly has built a reputation for speaking her mind and calling out the problems in other people's relationships. On every season, she has never hesitated to question someone else's marriage, finances, or personal choices. At the same time, she has consistently presented her own marriage as the gold standard, often describing her husband, Dr. Damon, as the perfect partner and their relationship as one that others should admire. However, some people are beginning to wonder whether that image is as flawless as it appears. Recently, Mariah made some surprising claims about Dr. Damon, and the comments immediately caught the attention of fans.
Everything against me. Tell her.
Did you lie?
I don't, but this is what I'm not going to take on.
I do have receipts on my husband.
I do.
That's a lie.
It's not a lie. It's not a lie.
Just because your husband cheated, don't mean mine did. You ain't got no fucking receipts on mine. You're a liar.
While Mariah and Heavenly have had their share of disagreements over the years, this situation feels different. Mariah seemed extremely confident in what she was saying, which has led many viewers to question whether there might be more to the story. The saying goes that the people who brag the most sometimes have the most to hide. Whether that is true or not, many fans feel that Heavenly has spent years talking about how strong and perfect her marriage is. Whenever the topic of Dr. Damon comes up, she often praises him and speaks about him as if he can do no wrong. At the same time, she has never been shy about criticizing other couples. She has questioned the strength of other marriages, commented on relationship problems, and even suggested that some husbands were not fully committed to their wives. Her opinions are usually direct and sometimes harsh, which has earned her both supporters and critics.
I come with receipts and motherfucking invoices. Believe it. I come with receipts and motherfucking invoices.
You's a lying dirty bitch. I don't even do liars like that.
Stands out to many people is how differently she reacts when someone talks about her own marriage. Whenever Dr. Damon becomes the subject of discussion, Heavenly often becomes defensive very quickly. Instead of laughing off the comments, she tends to shut the conversation down or respond strongly. That reaction has raised questions among viewers for years. Mariah added fuel to the fire when she claimed that she knew Dr. Damon's preference when it comes to women. According to her, he is attracted to younger women, particularly white women. The comment immediately sparked conversation online because it was so specific. Mariah did not present it as a random guess or an assumption. She spoke as though she was sharpening information she genuinely believed to be true. That level of confidence is what made the statement stand out. General rumors come and go all the time, especially in reality.
I found out. He didn't initially tell me first.
Oh, come on.
You didn't I learned about it on freaking social. The girl said she had receipts. She was going to send it to the shade room. And I came to you and I told you.
I'm going to tell you.
That's how I found out.
When was this?
This was very much so recent. And so
it wasn't very much so recent. It's been about a year ago.
It was very recent.
That's recent.
That's very recent.
That's recent.
So instead of my husband taking possibly a courteous approach and taking ownership for what he had done, he blamed it on me and came home and said, so you gonna help me or what?
Reality television. However, when someone speaks with certainty and provides specific details, people tend to pay closer attention. Of course, none of these claims have been proven. Still, fans have been discussing why the accusations seem to have touched such a nerve. Over the years, Heavenly herself has made comments that some people now view differently. On one occasion, she said that if Dr. Damon ever cheated on her, she would remain by his side. While some saw the comment as a sign of commitment, others wondered why she would even bring up that possibility in the first place. For some viewers, it sounded like a topic that had already crossed her mind before. Then there is the famous frying pan story. Heavenly once shared a story from the early days of her marriage in which she admitted to hitting Damon with a frying pan after he came home later than expected. She later laughed about it and described it as a way of showing him that she was serious and setting boundaries in the relationship. Many people viewed the story as shocking. Even though it was told in a humorous way, some fans felt it suggested there was more happening beneath the surface.
You half nasty. Prep to watch this mother. You don't set us all up for mother contamination. This nasty ass house.
They questioned whether the situation was really about him arriving home late or whether deeper feelings such as insecurity, jealousy, or fear played a role. Looking back, some viewers believe the story offers a glimpse into the dynamics of their marriage. Heavenly has often appeared to be the stronger and more outspoken partner, while Damon is usually seen as calm, patient, and reserved. That contrast has become a major part of how their relationship is portrayed publicly. However, some fans wonder whether that balance hides issues that are never discussed openly. Every marriage has challenges, and reality television only shows a small portion of what happens behind closed doors. Another moment that continues to spark conversation is the so-called spaghetti story. Heavenly once joked about putting something in her spaghetti to keep her husband loyal. While she appeared to be joking, the comment quickly became a topic of discussion among viewers. Some fans dismissed it as harmless humor, while others connected it to long-standing myths and superstitions about using food or special ingredients to influence a partner's behavior. As expected, online theories began spreading. Some were luttered, while others became increasingly dramatic. Although there has never been any evidence to support those theories, they continue to be mentioned whenever discussions about Heavenly and Damon resurface. When all of these moments are viewed together, some fans believe they paint a more complicated picture than the perfect marriage image that has been presented for years. The constant praise, the defensiveness, the stories from the past, and the recent accusations have all contributed to growing speculation. At the end of the day, only Heavenly and Damon truly know what happens in their relationship. Public opinions are often based on television appearances, interviews, and social media discussions rather than verified facts. Still, Mariah's comments have reignited conversations that many thought had faded away. Whether the claims are true or completely unfounded, they have once again placed Heavenly's marriage under a spotlight. For someone who has spent years examining everyone else's relationships, finding her own marriage at the center of public scrutiny is a situation she may not have expected. Now fans are watching closely to see whether this controversy will fade away, or if even more information will eventually come to light. Many viewers brushed off those comments as just another example of Heavenly's exaggerated sense of humor. However, the fact that she made those jokes in the first place left people wondering if there was more behind them. Was she simply trying to be funny, or was she indirectly revealing how important control is in her relationship? What makes the situation even more interesting is that this wasn't a one-time comment. Heavenly has repeatedly made jokes and remarks that seem to revolve around keeping her marriage secure and making sure her husband stays loyal. Whether she means them seriously or not, the pattern has not gone unnoticed by fans. To some viewers, these comments suggest that she is very aware of the balance of power within her marriage. Others believe they reveal deeper concerns, perhaps even fears about losing control of the relationship she has worked so hard to protect. Adding another layer to the story is the fact that Mariah reportedly could have shared these allegations years ago, but chose not to. Throughout their long-running feud, Mariah has had several opportunities to publicly challenge Heavenly. Their disagreements have often been intense, and neither woman has been afraid to exchange harsh words. Yet Mariah claims that she held back when it came to Dr. Damon because she respected him and did not want to damage his reputation. According to Mariah, she remained silent because she did not want to embarrass Heavenly or create unnecessary problems in their marriage. If that claim is true, it raises an obvious question: why decide to speak now? Of course, Mariah has never completely avoided throwing shade. Over the years, she has made subtle comments and sarcastic remarks directed at Heavenly. Some fans believe these comments were carefully planned rather than spontaneous. Even seemingly harmless jokes often appeared to carry a deeper meaning. That is why her recent accusations have captured so much attention. For many viewers, it feels as though she has been holding onto this information for a long time and finally decided that now was the right moment to share it. The timing has sparked endless speculation. Some people believe this is simply another chapter in their ongoing rivalry. Others think Mariah may have finally become frustrated with Heavenly's tendency to criticize everyone else's relationships while presenting her own as perfect. Whatever the reason, Mariah appears determined to speak her mind, and her comments have reignited conversations that many thought were long over. The discussion became even more intense when stories from past interviews and conversations started resurfacing. One particular account involved someone claiming they first learned about allegations through social media rather than hearing about them directly. According to the story, rumors were spreading online, and people were talking about supposed evidence that might eventually become public. Whether those claims were accurate or not, the story fueled even more speculation among fans who were already questioning what was happening behind the scenes. Then came another controversial topic that quickly gained attention: the so-called frat brother explanation. According to discussions circulating among fans, there was a night when Damon was reportedly unavailable or difficult to reach. The explanation given was that he was spending time with fraternity brothers. While some people accepted that answer without question, others were not fully convinced. As often happens in reality television, once doubts begin circulating, they tend to grow. Viewers started analyzing every detail, looking for inconsistencies and debating whether the explanation made sense. The rumors became even more dramatic when unverified claims involving younger women began appearing online. Some discussions also included allegations regarding mixed-race children. It is important to note that none of these claims have been publicly verified. They remain rumors and speculation rather than established facts. Even so, the conversations continue across social media platforms, fan pages, and discussion forums. The persistence of these rumors has kept the topic alive despite repeated denials and attempts to shut the speculation down. Many fans have shared strong opinions. Some believe Mariah has no reason to invent such detailed accusations. They argue that Heavenly has spent years criticizing the marriages of other cast members and should be prepared to face similar scrutiny herself. Others strongly disagree. They believe rumors should not be treated as facts and argue that confidence alone does not prove that allegations are true. The divide among viewers has only made the situation more controversial. One of the biggest criticisms directed at Heavenly is what some fans see as a double standard. She has built a reputation for openly discussing the personal lives of other cast members, often exposing relationship struggles and private conflicts. However, when questions are raised about her own marriage, she tends to become much more guarded. Supporters argue that